All right, so today I'm going to be continuing on my rapid journey toward 2000. See if I can get there. I'm currently sitting at 1763. I had some pretty good rapid games last time I played. Let's check that out here actually. Yeah, so my rapid games, I'm actually on a 5-game win streak for rapid. So I'm probably looking to get punished today, but yeah, let's jump into one, see how it goes. I'm playing 10-0, 10+0, and I think I'm good to just jump into one. Yeah, I have 10 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw in Rapids so far. So playing AMC 2021 against D4, I'm just going to play Knight F6. See what we get here. London seems to be popular at this rating level. All right. 12,000 games. Alright, pretty standard opening here. Let's do the triangle. I feel like I want to do Knight D7, but yeah, I think that's okay actually. Alright. So if I push E5 now, we get takes, and then we get takes. He'll have 2 hitting this pawn, and I'll have 2 defending it. I just don't know if I'd rather just castle here, maybe. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, but then he'll have, but because I'm not castle, they won't have this tactic. So now, yeah, so if takes, yeah, okay, cool. I think this is good for me. In fact, I might even be able to do this right now. I'll have to bring that down. Maybe coming here. I don't know that I want to do this to stop it. Just go here. I think I'm okay with him going there. I can always kick him later if I want. I could also play this, pinning the knight to the queen, maybe provoking this. Yeah, that might be a good move. If I could do that, that could be a pretty good weakness. Then when I come here, yeah, and plus it gets my bishop out. Yeah, develops the bishop, gets a strong pin there, yeah. And then when that happens, I come back here. Is this where I want to go? He's going to come here next. And then I'll have to bring him back. And then he could go there next, pushing this guy back. So I might as well just come back here. Or do I want to come here, saying, if you do that, you're still going to have a pin. So if I do this, he does this, I go here, and then the next time he goes here, I can take it. Yeah, this looks good. Oh, okay. I still haven't castled. If I do this, then the knight will be pinned to the, oh no, that's defended. So what happens if he does that? If I were to take with check, you have to go here. That's defended twice. So I could force a draw and win some points. Let's just go here for now and see what happens. Wait, if I go here, no, we're not gonna see that. That's pinned. That dude's pinned to the queen. Check here, bring it back. I think this is good here. What's that gonna do? Removes the pin there. I don't know, is he planning on doing this? Let's just start with this. If I do this, then I have that. He might do that. I do this. Yeah, so if I do this and we see this, then I could do this, but then he takes that, but then I take with check. I feel like I'm taking a lot of time. Oh, interesting, that move, okay. So if I go here and he takes, and I have that check, there's no checks on my king. Oh. That won't work. Dang, that's a pretty strong move. I missed that. And I'm not going to get any compensation for this. Dang it. So I'll be down a bishop for a pawn. I guess I have to go here. I'll kick the knight. And then go here. Plans to go here. Still not gonna have anything. I need more pieces. These just aren't good enough. Dang it. So if I do this, that's mate. He can't run yet. He could do this now, preparing this. That would be pretty good. I also have this. Let's cut off there. But yeah, so he wouldn't be able to run down here. I don't think that's fast enough. If he does this, I do this. If he does this, I do this. And he's done. Let's checkmate. Still no checks on my king, surprisingly. My king's been surprisingly safe here. But if he does that, and then I do this, then I just castle. Whoa, no, sorry. If he does this, I do this, then that's bad. That could be bad. So if he does this, then I castle. Yeah. Takes this here. Okay. Takes here. I think I have to take it here either way. If pawn comes here, I can't come here, but now I can come here. And if he does this, then well, so right now I have this. Oh, he can block. Yeah, now my king's getting pretty exposed. Oh, so So if he goes here, I would do this to push him here. Then I do this, and then when check, I take him. Yeah. So rook to h3 would be a mistake. I think, and the rook has to just stay here. So I think the rook just stays where it's at. But if the rook stays there, he starts running. I think this might be okay. I think I might be okay still. It's probably a pretty sloppy game, but it's been fun. Okay, so check here, clever. Okay. I'm gonna start with this. Well, so now if he does this, I still have this, but then I kind of run out of options. Then my queen kind of gets trapped up here. I don't know that I want to go up there. And then that guy's gonna be, so I need to defend this guy. I need to defend my knight, so when the rook comes over here, I can escape with my queen. Yeah, just like that. So now I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna castle, and then go after this pawn. It's only, oh, never mind, it's defended twice already. This is not good. Does he do this? Trade off queens? Dang it. I forgot to consider what's white trying to do. Okay, he didn't do it. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna castle now. I can get a battery here, even come over here. So if I do this, yeah, it's not there. Just wanted to get a pin here so that rook can take this. I think I want to do this before I do anything else. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Wow. And now if I come here, you can do that after this guy leaves. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what to do. This game's lost. If I go here, you can do that. If I stay here, you can just do that. Wow, that is messy. I have no idea what to do here. Like, this is just not very... This is not helpful. That'll be made. And he's gonna go here or there. Okay. GG. Oh, that was sloppy. Yeah, I think I know where that went bad. I just didn't put enough, yeah, thought into this. Should have got that guy out of it. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a bad move. I just couldn't see right away why. Like, that's strong there, which I didn't even notice until here. And okay, played the best move there. So that was a miss. Oh, that was a blunder. That was a blunder. I did that. He did that. Castle. I was thinking about moving the rook over here, but he just wants to be castle. So that was a blunder. So if I were to castle, I didn't want to get my queen up here. I felt like he was going to get trapped. I did not want my queen up here. There's nowhere for it to go. There's nowhere for it to go without getting taken. And so then I was worried about something like this. I guess I could come back with that, but yeah, I don't know. I did not like being up here. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much over at this point. Oh, I did not play a very good game. Okay. Next game. Let's keep it going. I'm going to update my board. Rapid. 10 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Let's go again. Okay, 1800 is my next milestone, I guess. I'd love to get this up to 1875 today, but I gotta start winning. Gotta start winning for that to happen. Alright, game aborted. Dang, 1757. I was looking forward to playing that guy. 1744, whack jack. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Is he gonna get his bishop out? He can't now. Okay. Actually, you can do this. Block this guy from coming down and attacking the bishop. I should have done that a little while ago. So the question is, if takes, do I want to take with the rook or the bishop? If I take the rook, I can get a head start on a lift, which could be really nice. I think I will do that. A rook lift. If he does this, that would take some of the fun out of my rook lift. If I go here, it could be in trouble. I don't have this square as an option, so like if I do this and we see here, I guess I could go here. If that happens, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. If I do this, then he does that, and then I have to do this. Surprised he didn't go here. Yeah, if I do this, he's just gonna shut this down anyway. I think I should keep my rook here, because these won't be good options. So yeah, I think that... If he does that, I leave it. But even do this. Yeah, let's try it. If he pushes to f5, I could do bishop g5. I have to babysit this rook though. I could do this. But he also has this and then this. Gets messy. Yep, there it is. Might see this. Got a lot of defenders on this guy. So if I do this and this, I can come back still defending it, but then if this, I go here, I think this can work. Maybe get this guy over if he gives me a chance. Am I playing hope chess? I feel like I am. I need to get back to solid play. Maybe I should bring my rook back here to f4. So takes. Or if I just do this, if I just say he's not going to take back the knight, I could just do this. No, if I take this, he will take. This knight will be overworked here. And I can't take with the knight first or I lose my rook. Unless there's something else I can then win, like this. That would fork these. But if we see this and then this, then I gotta move my rook. Yeah, shoot. It's already too late. I can do this. It takes back. And he's got 2 on this. Dang. Now if I do this, I get forked. Yeah, dang, he's playing really well. So if I do this and he does this, then I take, he takes, I move it. I think that's what I have to do. This. If he forks me, I take. He's gonna take that. Yeah. I think he takes the rook. And when he does, then I need to move my rook. Or I think he takes the knight, and when he does, then I move my rook. Maybe here with tempo, and then I can figure out what to do with this guy. But if I do here with tempo, queen could come here. That's okay though. What other options do I have here? I think I have to set the time here. I also have something like this. Then I lose my bishop. I have this check here, but I don't have an attack. I could do, oh, I gotta move my rook. Let's see, if I do this and then queen comes to f6, attacking my pawn, then what? What about here? What about here? If I go here, that could just help him get his pawn, start his pawn march. What about, I don't know that I want to do this. Isn't my king is really uncomfortable. Wait, if the queen, well, the queen has to move regardless here. Okay, that's one of the moves I was expecting. Doesn't work. I think if pawn takes, I'm not gonna take back. I'm just gonna let it chill there. In fact, if pawn takes, then I want to take here. Do I put the rook on E1 or D1?
Trying to turn the old into something new. You found somebody, I found someone too. She got everything I need, yeah, but she's not you. I lock my love into the ground. Hope it never.
You can do that anytime it wants.
Body slowly shutting down. And now I'm still alive, but I can't feel. I got stuff inside, but it's not real. They say I'm fine, but I feel synthetic.
Dang, I'm using so much time.
Just a machine full of moving parts. I got emptiness where I used to have a heart. And I'm still breathing, I'm synthetic.
My opponent might be thinking I'm trying to do this. But I'm not. Yeah, that's okay. So if I do this, oh, let me think. What else? I wonder why he's forming a battery here. Oh, yeah, he really thinks that's what I'm trying to do. It's not. But if I do this, he does this. Then I do this. Takes. Yeah, I think this is strong. If he does this, yeah. If rook f7, then I'll put my rook 4 to d7. And if takes, I still have this threat. I also have this, so like if we see this, then I can do, yeah, let me, yeah, so we see that, then if I take this, takes, you might see that, oh, but I've got that too. Yeah, this looks pretty good. All right, Whack Jack. Game on, buddy. Yeah. So he's still got to guard this. I guess he can now by doing that. And I don't have that. I have this. Check. He just comes down here. Oh, but then I win that. Oh, he can also block here. Yeah, you can block with either of those. if he does with the queen though, then I have this. Then he has this. So if he does that, check, does that. I don't really get anything out of this. I can win another pawn. Yeah, there's that move too. So I can win this bishop. This is starting to look pretty good. I've got this. We can trade queens now. I'll happily trade queens with you now. This turned around for me. I still need to be careful though. He's got a couple minutes more time than I do. But I feel like even if we got into a bullet game here, this should be a fairly simple finish, I think. Can't do that because my queen's here. Okay, it's a good move. Yeah. I think I just want to do this. If he does that, I can always this. Arrows suck today. Then I can just take the pawn. I have this as well. Doubling up on the pawn. This. If I do this, he can't do that. Because I'll take it. If he takes back, then I'll take his rook. Yeah. He can do that. I've got this. He'll do that. I'll win the pawn. Okay, yeah, so we'll just work our way down. Cleaning up pieces along the way. Yep. Actually, this and then this. None of his pawns are going to castle, so oh, cool. That's a fun checkmate. Promotion mate. All right, add this as a win for rapid, and let's go see how I did, where I could have improved. Okay, standard opening, pretty safe opening. Okay, do not take back with the rook here, and definitely don't slide it over to the H file. Yeah, this is too sloppy of play. I knew it going into it. Whoa, that was a blunder? I thought that was way better than taking. If takes, now my rook is... I lose my rook here. Okay. Do I though? Yeah, because this is what I was looking at earlier. I don't know why I didn't reconsider this. This was why. Okay. So if we went to that line, we'd just be even in material. But I'd have a better pawn structure. This would have been way better for me. Okay. I should have looked into that more seriously. Okay, at this point, yeah, that was the best move for the rook. That was questionable, an inaccuracy. I know it gives up that pawn, but there's no other way to protect the pawn. So I moved the rook over there after that. So it wants me to just take the rook now. That's a blunder because I lose both rooks for one rook. Yeah. Okay, and then it's just clean up from here. Okay, so saying I played 82%, I can do better than that. All right, I need to stick to, on this next game, I really need to stick to the fundamentals. No more sloppy play. Oh, 1766, I got a lot of points. So if I win this game, I probably will get to 1775. If I could win 2 more games, I might get up to 1800. That'd be pretty cool. Are we gonna see this? I think we are. No? I'll beat him to it. If we see knight c6, then I'm gonna play c3 just to shut this down. Okay, knight d2. Just gonna castle, slide my rook out, and then play e4. Sometimes you can catch them if they don't take. You can catch them with this fork. I guess it's like this, but usually they see it, especially in a rapid game. Supposed to take with this. For some reason I like taking with the C pawn because I still like the idea of moving this guy up, but then it takes. Then I have this isolated queen pawn that has to be babysat. It's defended currently twice. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, I am going to try this. I think it's... Here I am saying stick to fundamentals. I think the fundamental would be to take with the E pawn. I'll have to double check after this game. I'm curious, because I get into this position quite a bit where I'm trying to figure out which pawn to take with. And I'll show now why I like taking with the C pawn. Unless this guy does this. So I'm worried about this. I would have to take, that wouldn't be too bad. It opens up his rook but doubles his pawns. And then I've hit this. Yeah, so this is good. You can't go bishop b5, that would be a bad blunder. So I take, yeah. So I take with the bishop this time instead of the rook. Then I can form the battery here. There's a potential for a, does it work? Greek gift. I seem to always mess this up. And then I do this. But then he would have this. No, because then I would take it. I think it works here. All right, let me try this again. Okay, here, check. He goes here. I go here. That's not with check, but he doesn't have this because I've got the rook protecting it and the knight. Defending that square. I think this works. So now if I do this and he comes out here, then what? Then I go here, queen d3. Let's try it. These can be fun. I've got 7.5, almost 8 minutes. My opponent has a really bad signal. Don't come out here. If you, okay. I also have this. I think this is the better move, but I'm worried about this. Then I don't have, yeah, so I think I don't go here because of this. If I do this, I still get this. I think I'm supposed to play this, but then do we see this? Or is it this? So if this, this, this. Maybe I do this first. He blocks and then I do this. Doesn't really work. It kind of works. Let's do this. If he does that, I have this right away. But is this what I want to do? If I do that, we could get a block here. Takes, takes. What other options are there? I have the option to take with this. This might be stronger because then I'm forking those two pieces. I think that's stronger. Yeah. Oh, we could see this. Shoot, we could see that. Then would I do this? I could. Alright, so if rook here and I do this, king can't take because it's defended. So if here, if queen comes here, then I can take that. Oh, he's doing the same thing. So if I take, he does this, I think I should just slide over. I need to worry about this guy coming in. But before that can happen, I'll just do this. Oh good, now my king's guarding the rook. So this doesn't matter anymore. This isn't as... Oh, we might see this right now. I think that's okay though, because I'll be taking this. Are you serious? Okay, so if I take here, takes, 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 or takes, takes with check, that's mate. That's check. Yeah, that's mate. If he takes here, I'd have to block with this. So I have to play it this way. Dang, this sucks. But I can do this. Is this what I want to do? I've got this move. But then he can defend, and I can do this. Yeah. He's up a piece on me, because I sacked my piece. You can do this, but I've got this. Yeah, I'm gonna win the piece back. And then lose a pawn. Wait, if he does this, I can't do this. Because he can take the... Oh no, then I take that. Yeah, it's okay. And I'm not in any hurry to take this bishop either. So I think my next move is going to be this. If he takes this pawn. I think he's going to take this pawn. We'll be even on material. Okay. I probably could have played that better. I wonder if I should have taken with the rook over here. This will be a fun game to analyze. That's interesting. Maybe not. He's also not in any hurry to take this pawn. It's not defended by anything. if I do this, I gotta watch out for this. So if I do this, he's gotta check. I want to go here and then bring this up or this down. I think I need to take with this. He's up a pawn. Yeah, he's going to start trading everything off. He's going to win this pawn next. Dang. This isn't working out. I do this, he takes. I take. This is an easy win for black. So I'm going to have to defend this guy with my king and try to prevent this pawn. Yeah, this game's over. This game is well over. Dang, I lost those pawns so quick. Can I grab these pawns with my king in time? Yeah, he's just gonna start bringing that down. I gotta start annoying this guy. Going for a draw. But this isn't gonna work. He's gonna be able to. And I can't go after his rook. Oh, yeah, that's how you do it. Well played. Yeah, he's gonna win this pawn and then. All right. Dang. So that was the best move. Probably wasn't. Okay, so it was to go queen here. So after this, then what? You are supposed to do this. Wait, instead of that, what if this happens, though? Oh, you have this. Wow, okay, so you do want to get your queen out here. After this, you slide it over. If that, you have this. Yeah, the queen has to come into block. Wow, this is hard to calculate. And if that, you have this, and then still, I'm not seeing how this is winning. I guess if takes, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing this. This would be really hard. So if I got to this point here, if I did, I'd be looking at stuff like that. That's not going to work. Probably be looking to come back down here for... How bad would this be? This is probably what I would have done. Yeah. Doesn't work. Okay, so after that, so I should have taken it. Wow. And then if all of this happens, then don't have that. Don't have that. Okay, because that's a check. Wow. Ah, man. Okay. Another dub, another loss, another L for Rapid. How bad does that hurt me? $17.44, dang. Sicilian. What is this? Am I worried about this? Let's start with this. Are we going to see a queenside castle? Possibly. I don't think that changes my plan. I'm definitely castling kingside. Might as well just do it. Also kingside castle. Okay. Let's get this guy up. I kind of want to go queen f4. But I feel like I should play a move where I don't get hit with a tempo move like this. Or, screw it. I'm gonna come here. If this, then... Because I'm wanting to do this. I've got this opportunity. If I come here, white doesn't have a dark square bishop, so I think my queen will be safe. Probably gonna see this. That guy's still defended. Okay. That's okay, actually. I'll take back with the pawn. And then where do I want my rook? Right here? Yeah, I think this will be a good place for the rook.
If I was to talk about the words, they would hurt. They would hurt.
Here.
So if you were to ask about the pain,
I think I want to keep my knights. Do I win this pawn right now? I come with tempo, but then when I move it away, the rook comes in. I don't think I want that. Let's just do this. go there. I'm struggling to come up with like a game plan. Like, okay, I could do this, but that just, I feel like that just helps white get their bishop to a better square. I could shut this down, I could take, and then I can do this, and then maybe come after this pawn with everything I got. That's just gonna be difficult to do. I'm running low on time compared to my. I'm gonna take this. Do that. Should I have my rook here? This guy is gonna be weak too. But at least once I got my knight here, these are really the only two pieces. Oh, he can get a rook in to help guard. I'm gonna do this. No questioning that move. Take this guy. This comes with tempo. I'm going to plant my rook here on c4. I don't think I want to trade off queens. I will do this though. So I can later do this and get 2 on this and get a third one on it. I'll get a third protector, defender, and then maybe I can do something like this. Oh, that's a long ways out, but really. So this gets 2 on it. And this guy doesn't have anywhere to go. I feel like that was or a miss, or not a miss. That was, I think that was a mistake. Maybe not a blunder. Maybe it was a blunder. I don't know. Probably not a blunder because he can defend here. Okay, so I can take this with check. I could take like this with tempo. I also have this, then, oh, I don't have that. What about this with check, then come back? I don't want to come back though. If I do this, we might see this, and then I can't come over here. I think this is best, and then maybe come over here. I feel like there should be something here. We trade off both rooks. Okay, bye-bye queen. That seemed like a pretty like sub 1300 mistake to make. I mean, it's gonna be over here. I could do this. You know, I think I'm just gonna take this. I didn't even see that. far better things to be looking at. So maybe I have that. Yeah, I'll come back to this plan. Might see this. That would be annoying. I'll just do this. I always have an escape. Yeah, we're not gonna see this. That's annoying too. I feel like I'm gonna get myself into a scary situation. Let's see, if I ignore that and he does this, if I do this and he does this, and I come here, I'm worried about, no, I'm okay. If he takes that, I can take back with check. If he pushes, I take it. Now I have this. Just pin that rook. So if he checks me, I can take it, actually. He can't check me there. And then I may come down here and pin that guy. And then win it. Alright, I think I'm going to win this game. Oh, a pawn mate. So I've had a promotion mate and a pawn mate. Sweet. Alright. It feels good to win a game. Let's see. And with the Sicilian too. Was that the right move? No. And I should have taken with the queen. Okay. Alright, it doesn't look like I played a very good game. 80%, 75. Yeah, it did want me to come. No, this was a good move. Okay. Changed his mind. That was good. Okay, that was an interesting idea. Sack the rook. Pin the knight to the queen. Yeah, I would never would have thought of that. But I guess it works because... So if I do this, he takes, and then I do this, he can't put another defender on the knight, so I'm going to win that knight. So what does he do? He saves his knight, so he only loses the one knight. But then I can come up in here. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So it did want me to take that while I could. Huh. Okay, that was a good move. Maybe the best move. Okay, that was good. Okay, I should have taken with the rook after all. That was just a major blunder. Okay, it's game over at this point. Alright, another W. So I'm 2-2 for the day. For Rapid, I have 12 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. But yeah, 2-2 for the day. Let's see if I can win this next one. and win 3 out of 5. D Breeze 90. Got a lot of games. So E6 prepares D5. Okay, that prevents D5. I feel like I have to play D6 here, otherwise I can never get my knight out, my bishop and castle. This feels scary for some reason. I can't put my finger on it, why, but this pieces feel scary to me. I want to get my queen off this file, but where do I want to put it where it's not going to get kicked around? I think I'm just going to put it here. I think my development's going to go like this. Not in this order, but I think this is how the development generally is going to go. So if I do this now, I can take it. Yeah. Ooh, did I have something here? I might still have it. This, you might just do that. What about E5? Kinda like E5. Got it well defended. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight E5. If we see that eventually, go queen here. So check. That's interesting. If I check, he can block here. That guy's defended. I'm hit. I have to come here and then, or I can just do something like this or this. If I do this though, he just kicks my queen around. So maybe I should move my queen to where it's not just gonna get kicked around. Which this could work here. I like this better. That guy's gonna have to move, probably go here. I'm gonna castle. Now I can't develop my bishop. I may just kick the knight. I don't like him here. Yeah, let's just kick him back. It's the only place he can go. And then castle. Okay, I'm gonna do something like this. I wonder if I should take with my knight, actually. Yeah, get the knight over here. I don't want my knight over here. He's not doing anything over there. Did I just give this up? I did. Dang it. Yeah, I'll have to take back and then I'll lose my other knight. Now I really need this knight over here. Fork those two. Okay, so I'm down a pawn. Probably gonna see that, yep. I want to move my queen where I'm not gonna get hit with something. This guy's probably gonna come down, so I could do this, and then when he comes here, but I also want to move it to a place where I can get my bishop into the game. But if I come to either of these, then this guy will come. So maybe here? Yeah. Then I have the option of coming over here. This is gonna be a tricky game. I really want to win this one. Yeah, I need to get my queen out so I can connect my rooks. If I do this, let me see that. That doesn't do anything. That just brings the king down. I think I'd rather just develop here. If I put this here, then my queen's not gonna go there anyway. Yeah, it's double protecting this d5 square, so his knight can land there, I think. I can hit it 3 times, but... Ooh, okay. If I do this, this, check, this, this, queen can come here, and then I can defend the knight, or, yeah, because there's nowhere I can move the knight. I'd have to defend the knight. That would, I don't know that I want to do that. That helps white too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Rook's not doing much over there. There's an open file here. The option of trying to trade these off, if I think that'll be helpful. That knight's protecting this square. Now I could consider this. I'm gonna start with trying to trade these guys off. If I could get rid of that bishop, I think that could be good. I think he's gonna have to let me trade him off now, which is good for me. If I can get rid of this knight by doing this, then this could be really strong. Looks like he just left on his own. But now I can't go here without it getting taken. I could take this pawn. Yeah, this looks good. This looks really good. I think that was a blunder. Because, let's say I sack my rook, and he takes back here, and then I do this. He could do this, or this, or this, or that. Yeah, I think I want to just take this pawn or this pawn. Probably this one. Is there any kind of like weird fork that I'm missing? There's not. Alright, I'm taking it. Wait, did he leave? His knight's hanging right now. He can't attack my queen as my queen can take his knight. So he's not gonna... Okay. And now I think if I can do something like this, I can attack both. He can't go anywhere. Actually, now I'll do this. Now we'll probably see one of these come here. Then I'll do this. Will I though? I might need to do something like, maybe, no, this would be better. If one of these comes here, because then I'll be attacking that, and defending this. Alright, I'm still gonna do this. Oh no, I don't want to do this because then that will come. That comes with check. Yeah, this is good. You might think, hi, you can't move mine. You can't take my queen because I'll take your queen, but that's not true. So I take queen with check. If this, then takes. This is looking really good. Alright. I might win this game. So, like right now, I need to be thinking about how to like convert winning advantages. So yeah, I already thought through what I would do here. And it's this. And then I'm going to double up the rooks here. Prevent back rank check options. Wait, how do I do this? I don't want to sack back the exchange. I'm not up that much. So if I do this and he does this, I do this. Yeah, maybe that's how I want to approach this. Or maybe just do this. Protect the material that I have. He does this. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, this looks good now. I'm actually really surprised he did that instead of, I don't know, anything else. Because now that rook's getting traded off. There's nothing you can do to stop that rook, I think, from getting traded off now. Yeah, there's nowhere it can go. Okay, he's won one of my pawns back. But I'm about to go on a pawn feast here. And then it's just a matter of promoting one of these. And it's GG's. Well, this is good. So 1766, I may get up to like 1775, maybe even 1780. I don't think I'm worried about this guy coming down here because I'll just take it. There's nothing he can do to protect this pawn. It's a goner. Yeah. I don't know what he's thinking of doing here. He's not going to be able to mate me. Okay. GG. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me update the board. Another W. That's good to see. Let's see what my new rating comes in at. Oh, before I do that, let me analyze this game. So 13 wins of Rapid, 6 losses, 1 draw. Overall, looks like I have 20 wins, 15 losses, and 2 draws across all time controls. And yeah, it looks like the opponent just had a big blunder, and it was just game over after that. There's no recovering from it. So I had that blunder there where I lost this pawn. It was this move here, it was the mistake or inaccuracy. Yeah, so that was a good plan. So I actually did have a plan here. I wanted to trade off the bishops. I wanted to get my knight here, but then the opponent just gave me that. And that, once I took this, wasn't actually over yet. It was a draw still. That was a major blunder. I wanted to get my knight up here anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what did I just do? Alright, my bad. Trade those out. Yeah, and it was over at this point. Alright, cool. Yeah, so what is my new rapid rating? 1785. Sweet. Alright, so I'm really close to my next milestone of 1800. 1800 is where I kind of think I should be in Rapid. Blitz, I think I should be closer to 1700, but you know, it's actually quickly approaching 1700, the blue line here. But maybe I can stall it out around 1800 if I'm careful. But all right, yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching.